Hello and welcome to Powerfoot's Game. Today we are doing even more World of Tanks. As I've probably said many times before, that this is obviously pretty much the easiest thing I can record at the moment, and we're going to go into a battle straight away instead of going over some random stuff and just babbling on about just about anything, which I usually end up doing for a bit of time. But they go straight into a game, pretty much top of the leaderboard, so hopefully we'll get something good. And they don't actually have a Hellcat, which makes it, I don't know, maybe it does make it easier, I'm not sure. Like, having Nemesis can sometimes mean there's a bit of competition, but it looks like we're the only Hellcat on the battlefield today, which will hopefully work to my advantage. Although obviously it does look like we've got quite a tough group over there. We've got T150, which, okay, arguably pretty much isn't too bad, because it's effectively the T150 is just a KV1 just with slight modifications and such. If it was KV1S, we'd have something to worry about, but it looks like we should be relatively okay, considering that most of them are tier 5s, although having said that, all of these can penetrate my armour. So we'll have to see. As long as we're careful, we should do relatively well, so I'm just going to follow the majority of our crew, so we don't end up being isolated from the rest of the group, because that would be pretty bad, and we will end up down pretty quickly. And the other thing is that although we've kind of got tier 5s, so the Panzer IVs, so they're using the high explosive 105mm. Considering this thing has no armour, it's going to do maximum damage, in which case it's going to be pretty easy for them to do some quite nasty damage to me, so we'll have to watch out. It doesn't look like we've got artillery, so I just saw that medium there, wondering if it was trying to scout us out, but it won't really aid them much because they've got no arty, which is just as well, because otherwise we'll be in a bit of trouble. I'm not sure if I've actually been properly killed with arty in the Hellcat. I've noticed I have been hit with arty and had my tracks removed quite often. That does get quite frustrating, because the key with the Hellcat is to keep on moving, and obviously if you can't move, then there's not really that much you can do, which pretty much means you're dead. But the good thing is that you do have quite a lot of health in this thing. I think the equivalent, I'm not sure what the health is in that, but yeah, quite often there's not really, they don't really have a great deal of health tank destroyers as a whole, but it looks like we've kind of got lucky here. I'm just going to try and hit this ELC because he's not moving. If we can shoot him in the front, we should take out his engine, which looks like we didn't, but there you go. We did some nice damage to that guy there. And we missed that medium. Now I'm a bit cautious about moving down there, because obviously there's going to be that guy, our teammate's going to be like, oh, what are you doing, and suddenly kill me, but hopefully not. Now, it looks like they know we're here, or at least they're somewhere, because obviously there are some people shooting at us, we just can't see all of them, so we're going to have to be cautious. I haven't been shot at yet, but we do have to worry about pretty much every tier tank due to our armour, which is a bit unfortunate, but yeah, their team seemed to be quite kind of clever in a sense, because yeah, of course we are losing, but I think their team know what they're doing, because they're kind of popping up the hill, doing a bit of damage, taking a pot shot, and then backing away, but it looks like we haven't quite caught on to that, so I'm just going to shoot at that Jagdpanzer. I think it was a Jagdpanzer, I'm not quite sure. And I'm going to shoot at that Panzer IV, which we actually almost one-shotted. Well, not almost, but because it's still on 40%, but yeah, that's probably hurt him quite a bit, so we've done that, but we've still got to watch out for him. I'm kind of trying to stay back here a bit just to avoid such occurrences from happening. So it looks like they can only really shoot me from on top of that hill, so if we stop them from doing that, hopefully it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. The M7 didn't see me there, just shot him right in the side. That must have hurt him quite a lot. Well, it did, because it blew him up. And looks like we missed the Jagdpanzer, unfortunately. This gun isn't always 100% accurate. In fact, no gun's going to have 100% accuracy rate, because that's pretty much impossible. Be great if this thing did, though, hit everything every time. But obviously, because it's aimed by a human. I'm just going into random stuff now, but yeah, essentially, what would be good is if you did have some sort of lock-on option. I think probably the modern tanks must lock on to their targets, I would suspect, but I'm not 100% sure. We took out the Panzer IV, so that's good. We've got 2 kills, not too bad. There we go, we've got an ELC MX as well. We're not doing too badly here. Now the tank destroyer is still down there, so providing we don't do something stupid, we shouldn't take too much damage. So it looks like we took that T-34 out there. I mean, arguably that may have been a steal kill, but to be honest, everyone does it, so I don't know. And there we go, we've got the T-49 as well. I'm not sure how he killed him, but yeah, he's pretty much in the same boat. He's got pretty bad armor, so just about any shot I fire at him is going to go through. And it did quite a bit of damage, as we saw there. So we're not 100% safe. As you can see, the T-150 didn't penetrate that first time, which is kind of, yeah, it's pretty obvious that wasn't going to penetrate at that angle just about, because the T-150 is effectively an improved KV-1, so it does have better armor. In fact, it's probably got the best armor out of the like Soviets at tier 6 or whatever it is. There you go, he did 249 damage, that's not bad. I have to hope he's not aiming at me, because he will do damage. Pretty nasty damage as well. And we missed that one. T-150. If I can just shoot him in the turret, which hopefully we can in this shot. There you go, we've got him there. And I'm just going to move in. Might as well, we've got 6 kills. Not much can go wrong at this point, hopefully. I mean, obviously I could potentially die, but I'm not really too bothered about that now. I've got 6 kills. It's a good game either way. Now, that KV-1 there, yeah, he did get him. I was just thinking, oh, he's not going to mess up, is he? Now, that looked like a Panzer 3/4. Yeah, just had to check that. And he looks like he's using a powerful gun, so we probably should watch out. And also, I'm taking shots from, presumably, an Su-85, which I'm not sure why he's not aiming for the KV-1, because that's probably the best target really. He could one-shot that, but I don't know. Maybe he's aiming for the threat, who knows. Okay, it looks like we can probably safely move in now. He's obviously going to be able to reload, but there you go. Take out the Panzer III. Obviously not bouncing any shots, but that's predictable, to be honest. And at this point, I'm not too bothered. What would annoy me is that guy shouldn't really win it for them, sorry, because he's got no kills. He's in a pretty decent tank destroyer and he's got the potential to do stuff, and most of our team are looking pretty ragged in terms of health, but he doesn't look like a threat if he's got no kills so far, and I think, yeah, probably going for the base is the best thing. Just because we're not going to get much value for that. I could go for 8 kills, but it's unlikely I'd get 8 kills, just because he could probably one-shot me, I'd imagine. Although he is a tier 5, so possibly not, but yeah, let's go for the base capture. Oh, there we go, base captured. Should get good XP for this. I'm not premium anymore, but we've got the ×2 bonus, so we should get pretty well. And there you go, 19k credits, which I think's very good actually. 1.8k pretty much XP, again that's very good. And we've got 20k XP now, so I'm not actually that far off from getting the next one. I'll take a look at that in a second, but I'm just going to go over the medals. So we got Reaper, which is effectively, you just killed loads of tanks.